Da-na-na-na. It's the Jake and Spaulding podcast.
That better not be the jingle.
Everybody has them, Jacob. We were in California just a little while ago. You didn't see all of the... It's everywhere. It's the atmosphere. California. Californians. We were in Anaheim, California.
And we'll get into that here in a minute.
We had fresh California avocados. Okay.
What episode is this? It's 25.
This is 25?
This is 25.
Okay.
And it only took a year.
Are you sure it's 25? Because, can you check real quick? Make sure it's 25.
Check.
Because I think I remember. Okay, yeah. No, it is 25.
It's gotta be.
Because the last episode was It's Mutual, right?
No, it wasn't.
No, okay, so the last episode was 24.
That was Love Is My Language.
Love Is My Language?
That was 24. 26. It's 25 now.
Wait, Love Is My Language?
That was 24. 24.
Okay. Anyways, Love Is My Language. Did I ever post that one?
You did.
Oh. Dysfunctional.
We are super, and we're on camera this time. So it's like,
happy 1 year anniversary. It's like, what are we doing? We still don't got it figured out.
No.
It took Joe Rogan 2 episodes to figure out his podcast. It's taken us 25
so far, and we still.
I was 26.
And we still are like,
It's okay. 25 was a pretty good year for me. Well, no, actually, it was it was bad. It was bad, and then 26. When I turned 26, I blacked out on my birthday.
That was true. Didn't you graduate like high school at 25?
No, it was 24. Okay.
Good times. Good times.
This just in. Okay, this is actually a really great story. This is like a heartwarming story. I did find a funny story. I got two. We have 2 news stories for tonight.
2 news stories.
It's very heartwarming. I'm not used to looking at the camera. I want to like fix my hair. To be like, Megan, get in here. We need a powder up. Jake's got a little shine on it. Got a little shine on his forehead. Wait, can we get makeup in here? And where is my sparkling water?
Where's my jalapeno honey butter?
Is there a red M&M in these green M&Ms? I specifically asked for green M&Ms.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
The fact people listen to us still is beyond me.
I don't think they do. They get like 30 seconds in, they're like, screw this guy. So, Linda and Mike Oswald were only a few minutes into a road trip from Hayden, Idaho to Everett, Washington, when out of nowhere, they said, a car slammed into their SUV. The June 6th collision shattered their back window, and their dog, Tilly, was thrown from the vehicle. Nobody was seriously hurt in the accident, they said, but when Linda Oswald climbed out of the car, she noticed Tilly running as fast as he could across northern Idaho's Rathdrum Prairie. By the way, it's a boy dog named Tilly. Why? His owner is 68 years old, so...
Whatever.
It's Tilly. Come back here, Tilly. So... I tore off after him, but he soon disappeared, and we couldn't find him, said Oswald, 68. We spent the next 10 hours looking for him. I was worried I'd never seen him again. I was so upset. Tilly is my baby. So later in, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but later on it goes through. They were looking for him for days. They put it out on Facebook. Like, the whole community in this tiny town was looking for this dog for like 2 days. Like, hundreds of people were looking like all night long. Okay. Let's skip. Then, on the morning of June 8th, 3 brothers with a farm in Rathdrum noticed something unusual in one of their pastures. A reddish-brown bobtailed dog was racing around herding their sheep, Oswald said. The brothers initially wondered why their Australian shepherd looked a little different, but then they realized they were looking at a dog that did not belong to them. Mike Oswald said that he said that that's what the brother said to him. One of the brothers, Travis Potter, who you might not know, but Travis Potter is related to Harry Potter. Knew about the car. Fun fact. I'm just kidding. No, it's not true. Knew about the car crash that happened near their farm 2 days earlier and had seen the notices about Tilly. Linda Oswald said, Potter left a comment on Facebook saying that he'd seen their dog and that it was on their land now. The Kootenai sheriff just picked him up. That's what he posted on Facebook. They saw him as my brother was trying to catch, and the sheriff knew it was Tilly. He was going to call you guys. So, essentially, this dog gets ejected out of a car, gets lost, and starts herding sheep.
Okay.
Just like
the meme I was going to read is this story.
I know. I know. So the dog gets freaking, what is the meme? The
gets
dog,
yeeted
dog
into his dream job.
Dog gets yeeted into his dream job. And it's true. This dog literally, he's just like, and so my thought was, this dog is more responsible than most men our age in America right
100%.
now. It's like, oh, well, my life just changed. I lost my family. I have nothing. I might as well go to work, get a job. This dog was probably like, for like a whole day, the dog was probably like, wow, man, I gotta get a job. What the freak? And the dog just like, I'm gonna go to work.
Well, just start herding these sheep.
Well, time to go to work.
Sheep.
I woke up that morning. Well, time to go to work. Witness protection dog. So yeah, super funny. This one is a little bit. It's funny. It's more heartwarming. It's wholesome. That's wholesome. I love that dog. Anyway, this one's funny though. Alabama man accused of feeding meth to a squirrel is arrested.
You could just stop right there.
Mickey Polk, 35, was wanted for possession of an illegal firearm, possession of controlled substance, possession of drug paraphernalia. An Alabama man who authorities said kept a quote-unquote meth-fueled attack squirrel in his apartment was arrested 13 on multiple felony warrants unrelated to the squirrel.
Okay, meth-fueled squirrel. Meth-fueled attack squirrel.
So he denies the claims that he fed the squirrel meth because he says that they've been lifelong friends or that he raised it from a baby. Which it's illegal to own a squirrel in the state of Alabama. You're not allowed to. I guess it's like I don't know.
Can you just imagine the squirrel? No, I haven't seen your LSD. But have you seen the dragons in the freaking kitchen?
Seen the dragon in the kitchen? Hey man, can I get some change? I just need to buy some nuts. So, but. He says that he would never feed but the police are like, no, you told us, and we've heard it from like several people, that you purposely feed this squirrel meth so that it will attack people when they come over to your house for like drug deals and crap. And so he keeps like an enraged squirrel. I can't do this. This is why I can't be on the news. Can you imagine this being... An Alabama man was arrested for having a drug-crazed squirrel in his house today. Mikey Polk, 35. What the freak? I can't do that.
I'd be the guy on the weather just dying.
I can't do that. Yeah, but no, he fled from police, which
Of course.
But they got a picture of the squirrel. Look.
He's even got that crazy look in his eye.
It's not even a squirrel. It's just Snooky from the Longshore or whatever. Jersey Shore. Jersey Shore.
Longshore?
I just thought of that joke. I didn't prepare for it. Anyway. But yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened this week. Okay. So, there's that. News over.
Give
me the beat, boys. Free my soul. Okay. Meme me. Now, here's the thing about the meme me is that I don't know if I have any good ones, so I'm just going to read my Twitter. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, my Twitter is fire. I have so many great things on my
He
Twitter.
literally will send me his own Twitter feed and be like, this guy's Twitter is fire.
I send my own Twitter to Jake, and I'll be like, man, whoever this freaking Joseph Spaulding guy is, he's freaking amazing. But yeah. Okay,
You better read a good one.
Oh, you want to start?
All right, yeah, I'll go.
Well, I'm really nervous to read my own Twitter. That's
okay. If you attempt to rob a bank, you won't have any trouble with rent, food bills for the next 10 years, whether you're successful or not.
I like that. You tell that to my uncle. Joseph Spaulding at JG Spaulding 19 tweeted, girls that have crackhead energy in their bios smell like a thrift store and have a 90% chance of having an ankle monitor.
Why am I laughing at your own Twitter when I've already seen this?
Isn't that great? I got 0 likes for that. So good. I thought of that when we were in Disney.
Dude, like 4 people follow you on Twitter?
Huh?
I don't even do Twitter.
No, I have 774 tweets. I didn't realize I had that many. Dang, I'm funny.
And liked by none?
I have a few followers. I got this one follower that goes by Jesus. Her name is Jess, but she spelled it Jess us.
Jesus?
And then there's this other chick. They're probably fake accounts.
Probably.
It's probably some dude in India. This guy is very funny. He likes all my tweets. He's like, dude, you're rocking it, man. Okay. So I got another one. So there's like a onesie that has like sleeves that look like tattoos.
Yeah,
so it's a baby onesie.
Is it yeah.
And he's got like the little beanie on it or whatever. And
looks
it says,
like Travis Barker.
we're gonna surprise the grandparents on this Halloween. So yeah, the baby's got like a beanie. He looks like total hipster, like tattoo artist or whatever. I said this baby looks like the next Food Network star. This week on Iron Chef, Bobby Flay versus this baby from Sacramento, California. He's gonna taste like a baby made it.
Yeah,
He's gonna
when
be like,
I grew up,
chef.
I was on drugs, and then I found cooking. Every judge.
And then they cook something terrible. This is horrible. Thank you, chef.
Thank you, chef.
Thank you, chef. Okay, your turn.
Sweet, my package is here. Cool.
Wait, was that the meme?
No.
Okay, FYI. Wait. TMI. Too much information.
TMI. You're reading your own Twitter.
I said FYI instead of TMI.
FYI.
Oh my god.
All right, ready?
Why do people listen to us?
We're hilarious.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
why.
I think I'm doing great.
All right, people who say God loves everyone are quick to forget the dolphin is a fish that can't breathe underwater.
Whales are too.
Yeah.
Basic girls be like mood AF with a little peace sign and the girl
thing.
flip thing, and it's like a picture of a leaf or something.
Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag blessed. Yeah, it's like it's just like a leaf.
Yeah.
It's just
It's
like a leaf,
fall!
and it's a leaf. It's a leaf, and they're Starbucks, and they're like
Yeah.
mood AF.
And then all the ashes are lined up with like their knee-high boots on.
And there's like 30 other girls all in the comments being like, "You're a queen. What's up, babe? So hot." And then one dude's like, "You're hot," and she's like, "Ew, stop.
Ew.
You're disgusting. Let all my other basic friends compliment me except for you."
It's like the only guy.
Why is Joseph Spaulding commenting on my Twitter again? Was that too much? Too far?
All right, we doing one more?
Yes.
All right, hang on, let me find it.
I have one. I have one of my tweets.
All right, I got one. So, my dad is sitting outside in an inflatable hot tub listening to Dark Side of the Moon, and I get this. Here's the text. Oi, turn the bathroom light off. I'm in there, stupid. Use a flashlight. You're killing the mood.
You're killing the mood. Dude, I wish I was that guy.
If you're listening to that album by Pink Floyd, you're like already high. Like
your sister posted a video last night of them chilling in your mom's hot tub, and they got these freaking huge blue lights.
Yeah.
Dude, that thing looks so sick, and we haven't even been over there.
I have.
Wow. There goes my last drop of serotonin. Okay, my tweet. That was also a tweet by me.
Oh, that's awesome.
This is the last tweet.
All right, go for it.
Read. Ever pop your neck a little too well and accidentally see Jesus for a second?
Same.
You're like, and then you're like, huh? And he's like, not yet.
I honestly, even when people pop their backs and it sounds like bubble wrap exploding, I'm like, you need to see someone about that. That's not healthy.
Yeah. All right. Enough of that. Okay, so let's get to Disney recap. We were in Disney.
Disney recap. Okay,
yeah.
So
we went to California.
California.
I'm gonna put on. Hold on. I'm gonna put on.
Did you seriously grab a bunch of hats?
Yes. I'm gonna put on my Reagan Bush 1984 hat. Their campaign hat from when Ronald Reagan, and George Herbert Walker Bush. That's his middle name. George Herbert Walker Bush ran for president because of California, and they didn't really like them that much, I guess. I don't know. Liberals. I'm gonna put that on for a second. There we go.
I honestly
this goes with the deer,
perfect.
The deer and the American flag that we have in here. Yeah.
I have a Transformers shirt on.
This is so freaking American. Even though Transformers is a Japanese cartoon, this is freaking American. Is Transformers Japanese? I thought it was from the 80s. All that stuff.
I got this shirt for free, dude.
All that stuff is. Transformers.
Okay. Recapping that trip, it was awesome. Okay, if you haven't been to Disneyland during like their Halloween time, it's pretty dope.
We went to Oogie Boogie Bash, which is a private party.
Yeah, it's like they sell out every year. They do it like 2-3 times a week throughout the month of October, and it's pretty cool. You trick or treat throughout all California Adventure. They give you tons of food, and like what's cool is like you'll be sitting there unless you have that like super cool wristband on. They literally will walk up to you and be like, you need to get out of the park.
Yeah,
it's pretty awesome.
We saw some people. I thought it was really interesting how some people were just like, oh, okay, yeah, and then just like walked away
just kept going.
There's a couple people that were like, wait, what is that? What? No, I'm not leaving. And then we're like getting all pissy at this poor
private party.
This poor high schooler at Disney who has to remain in character, otherwise, their family gets killed. And Mickey's back in the house, be like, stay in character, haha. He's like got a gun. He's got like a gun to their family, and he's like, you better stay in character, haha. Oh boy, and and the little teenager's like, please leave the park. You don't have a bracelet.
I felt bad because that's literally who's telling him to leave.
Right.
It's just like a bunch of like 18-year-old, 20-year-old kids who were just like,
I did see.
We need you to leave.
There was this lady kind of giving them a little bit of a hard time, and this big bald dude walks up and he's like, ma'am, you gotta leave the park. And she's like, fine. She like leaves. She like, yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah,
but it was good. It was a good time. We went on some rides. Jake really loves the teacups.
Absolutely. It's where I get to torture all the little kids I go with.
He loves the teacups. He spins it real fast.
Yeah, dude. So we threw in my little sister and then my cousin's son, who's like 4. Yeah. And then it was my sister Haley and then my cousin Cash, his dad. So like we're in there and I'm spinning that thing as fast as I can, and both kids are like up against the wall, like
hitting some serious G's in the teacup. I love my childhood. I love my childhood.
Well, the best thing is like I remember the first time I ever took a she was 3 or 4. And me and Haley were on it with her, and I took her off and I set her on the ground. She just right on the ground. Just fell right over.
Nice.
It was awesome. Ever take a little kid there, do that? It's the best thing in the world. Pure entertainment.
Yeah.
But ate a lot of churros.
We went to Star Wars. That was amazing.
Okay, if you haven't been to Star Wars Land yet, go. It is like my nerd side's coming out. I think Star Wars is dope. And that was one of the coolest like places in that park I've ever been to. Probably will be the coolest place in that park forever.
Yeah.
So like.
Yeah. We tried the blue milk. They got green milk and they got
green milk and blue milk. I never tried the spicy milk.
We didn't try the spice. It's like orange-ish because they put the chili powder in there.
That just does not sound good to me. But the blue milk's bomb. It's better than the green. So
I was talking to somebody who thought that one. Like they handed it to her and they were like, "Oh, this is the Star Wars milk," and she's like, "Okay," and she like chugged it, not knowing that it was
chili powder,
spicy milk. And she was like dying. But yeah, it was really good. We did have a couple things happen to us while we were there that was not on Disney campus. So
This is all the
if
hotel.
you work for Disney, you are not able to sue us. We're talking about how wonderful a time we had on Disney. At the hotel, though,
It's a whole different ballgame.
I don't know how to put. I'm just gonna tell the story. Okay, so the hotel we were staying at, they had a swimming pool on the roof, and so we were chilling. And the deepest part of the swimming pool is
4.5 feet.
Yeah, 4.5
I mean,
feet.
the pool is made for kids.
It's for kids, and I was in the pool and having a good time. I was playing with Jake's little sister, who's 7 years old, and we're having a good time. She was like on my shoulders, and I had like.
You think the dog got yeeted?
Yeah.
She got yeeted.
I kind of like squatted down into the water and then jumped and pushed off and did like a overhead press at the same time as I jumped, and she flew in the air, and I didn't mean her to go that high.
So
I didn't
the
know my
funniest
own
part
strength.
is I'm sitting on the edge of the pool with like everybody else,
Yeah.
and I'm laying down in one of those like cabana chair things.
Yeah.
And I'm not really paying attention to the point until I see this little girl fall beyond the umbrella.
Dude, she went
Like,
so high.
He throws her in the
I
air,
felt
and I
so
look
bad.
up at the
Probably like
moment
5.
she wasn't there, and all of a sudden I see this little girl go.
It
into the
was
pool.
like it was probably like 5 feet above the water line.
Yeah.
Like it was, she went so high, and I felt terrible because she kind of belly backflopped on her butt and stuff. And so when she comes out of the water, she's screaming, and I feel so bad, and I like pick her up and everything, so she's the kind of little girl that she'll remember like anything that you've ever
Like mean thing you've ever done to her,
Yeah.
and like hold a little grudge, and then
Yeah.
like 3 days later she
like
doesn't care.
serve her Brussels sprouts, and she won't talk to you.
You
for
give
like
her a
week.
chocolate bar, you're a new best friend for life. So it doesn't even matter.
And so she's over there. She's kind of pouting. She don't really want to come close to me for a minute. And I'm kind of standing under the water with my arms up on the side of the pool, facing towards Jake and his aunts and his mom and stuff. And we're talking. And then all of a sudden, the pool, she's swimming behind me. She don't want to play with me right now. And I feel this like little tapping, like a little finger poking on my shoulder. Yeah. And I look over my left shoulder, and I'm thinking it was, and I kind of like, like we were playing. And it's this little boy. And I'm like, oh, okay. You're not like, in my mind, I'm like, okay, you're not like our kid, type of thing. You're not, you're not mine, So I was just like, oh, hi.
Sorry, dude, my bad.
I was like, yeah, sorry, And he screamed a little and then swam away. And I was thinking, okay, he thought I was his dad from behind, and he came up and tapped on me.
But the funniest part is his dad looks nothing like you.
Yeah.
He's a foot taller and a lot fatter.
Yeah. So, but
Like-
no, that dude was my height. Did you see his dad?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he was my height.
He was not.
He wasn't?
He was
Okay.
huge.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, that was a different dad. That was
Are
a
you
different
sure?
dude. Yeah, no, it was the dude sitting in the chair. So let me tell
You're
you.
not talking about the Monopoly guy, are you?
No, not Monopoly guy. We saw the Monopoly
Yeah.
guy. I forgot to mention that. Yeah,
The Monopoly guy was at the pool, too.
He showed up. He's,
So all of us
do
are
not
like,
collect $200.
you must be the Monopoly guy.
Do not collect $200. Do not pass go. So it was so funny. I got a picture of it. But so this little boy, he swims off, and I was like, okay, he thought that I was somebody he knew, right? And then when he realized, oh my gosh, it's like that when you're in the grocery store, you come up to the woman and you hold her hand, and you're like, oh shoot, this is not my mom. Oh my gosh.
Have you seen my mother?
Your butt is the same shape as my mother. Like, I saw you from behind. I was like, that's mom. So that's terrible. You never tell your mom that. But, and I was like, okay, well, end of story. I thought the kid was gone. Okay. So I'm sitting there, I'm playing, with A, and she's speaking to me again. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this kid with he didn't have the string on his swimsuit.
And this
tied,
kid's a little beanpole.
and he's just this tiny little skinny little boy, and he's like swimming, and he's just like crawling all over me, and he's like wrapping his arms around my whole head, like squeezing
like
my neck
wrestling
and
him in the pool
and like wrestling and stuff, and I'm like pushing him off, and every time I push him off, his daggum shorts come off, and you just see cheeks, you know, and I'm just
well,
like,
the funniest
oh my gosh.
part is I'm on the side of the pool and I'm like, whose kid is that?
And yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. I'm just like, where are your parents, kid? Like, what is going on? And so he's like doing this or whatever. I'm like, okay, well, I'm done. And so he go up. Oh shoot, I said Avery's name. I'll bleep that out. So he and your little sister go and they go off to the hot tub because they're like friends or whatever. And that's how we found out that this kid's like the same age. He's like 7. And I was like, okay, whatever. So I'm gonna sit on the side of the pool. So if he comes back, he stops because he was wanting to play a lot more rough than I was comfortable with playing with a total stranger's kids. Okay, like
let alone playing with a stranger's kids.
Like he was like putting me in a choke hold and all this, and he's sitting there like
the half Nelson.
He's like punching me and crap, and then he's like hugging my leg and things. And I'm like, what the freak is going on? So I'm like pushing this kid off because I don't know him. I don't want to get a charge, you know? And so I get up on the side of the pool and I'm like putting my feet in the water and I'm just sitting there. And he, out of nowhere, I feel like him come and he puts his legs around the back of my neck and he like grabs my head and he's just like bobbing on the top of my head. And I'm like, what the freak? So I take him around like this and I push him off back into the pool. I'm like, okay. No more of that. I look over at his parents, and both of his parents are in the
they're
beach
like
chairs.
Across the roof, too.
Yeah, they're like across, like way far away where the little splash pad was. And they're both on their phones, not talking to each other, not paying attention to their 4 kids that were in the pool, because this little boy had like brothers and sisters crap. And they're both on their phones. They're not talking to each other. They're like, I'm having a wonderful time, dear. You know, we're in vacation time. Time to text my mistress. You know, and I'm just like, okay. And so I get up.
As I'm sitting by my wife.
Yeah, and so they had these not beach chairs that they're like the fold out lay down ones, but they had like other ones too that were just like, you know, normal chairs. And so I was sitting in that and I grabbed a towel and I dried off a little bit and I'm holding my phone thinking that if I explain to this 7-year-old I'm holding my phone, maybe he'll leave me alone. But he's 7, so no.
And do you have games on your phone?
he probably was working up to that.
Yeah.
So he comes up to me and I can tell he's wanting to play and he's like, yeah, you know, and he's not saying anything. He didn't say a word to me the whole time. He's just breathing heavy. And
if you've ever seen Over the Hedge, this kid is basically Hammy the Squirrel.
Hammy the Squirrel. He's just like, you know,
he's just like,
and he's coming out of the pool, and I can look, and he like grabs my arm a little bit, and like pulls, like he's trying to pull me into the pool, and I go, no, I'm holding my phone, don't get me wet. And then he just kind of looks back, and he's like looking at me, and then he comes up behind me, and he starts. This is so weird. He starts rubbing my shoulders and the back, and he starts taking his hands and putting them up the back of my neck. And he goes, I'm going to get you wet.
All this is happening, as he's saying that, Spaulding is literally just sitting here with his eyes wide like, I don't know what to do.
I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to jail.
And me and my whole family are looking at it like, what?
Friggin'
what?
Like Tim Ballard and like a group of people just come up out of the pool. I got you.
The chopper comes up over the roof.
Tim Ballard's like, put the child down. Step away from the child. Okay. So, well, yeah, I shouldn't make fun of Tim Ballard. What he does is great. But anyway, so he starts doing this, and I'm just like, okay, stop. And I like did like the little cringe thing, and I was like, stop. And then he comes around.
No joke. At this point, Spaulding is literally going, hey, let's no more. We're done.
I was like, no more. I just told the kid, I was like, no more. I'm not playing with you. Okay. And he sits there and he gets on my knee, like in my lap, basically. And I'm sitting there trying not to let him hit the family goods and everything with his knee. And he starts freaking Donkey Konging it, bouncing up and down on my freaking knee.
So all of us are sitting here going,
and everybody the pool, everybody at the pool, except for this kid's parents, are watching this kid freaking attack me. And I'm just like,
I am the victim.
I am the victim here. I'm like, what the freak? The 7-year-old just like freaking going ham on my leg. And so I didn't know what to do, so I just pushed him. I just freaking threw him.
Did he fall back in the pool?
He went back into the pool. And so I stand up, I wrap my towel around me and grab another towel, put it around my neck, and I'm just like, I'm going back to the room. I'm done. I'm not getting a blue dot, you know.
Yeah, no more.
The registry on a registry or anything. And so I was like, I'm out. And then like your cousin comes up and was like, what the freak was going on? Like, we can't let you near kids anymore. I'm like, I don't see it like that. And he's like, well, the state will see it.
He's like, neither does the state.
Neither does the state. Oh my gosh, it was so funny.
Oh, it was funny. But the
gosh.
funniest part too is the mom comes up
yeah.
right after that happens,
Yeah.
and she's still on her phone,
She's
just
still on her
texting,
phone.
and she's like,
Sawyer.
Yeah.
Sawyer.
Sawyer, pull your pants up.
Pull your pants up. Everybody can see your tinkle dinker. Stop it.
That's literally all she said, and then walked away.
And then she walked off. And you know what he says? He goes, no, they're staying on pretty good. I'm like, no.
As his full-on butt cheek is
Everybody.
hanging out of his swimsuit.
Everybody in God has seen your butt, kid, in like the last 10 seconds. Like, he's just like holding them up with one hand and playing with the other hand, you know? And
Yeah,
I
at
was
that
like,
point, we all had a really good laugh, and then we're all like, all right, we out.
Yeah, I failed to mention that his pants were halfway down, like, literally the entire time all this was going on. Freaking, dude. Like,
Only to Spaulding does this stuff happen.
only
Only
me.
to you.
Only me. Okay, but here's the thing. Can you imagine if I was, like, a pervert or something like that? Like, that kid's gonna end up on a milk carton. You know? It's gonna be like Lost. Sawyer, last seen pants half down at the pool at the Marriott. Freaking, that kid's getting stolen.
Yeah,
fast. Those parents need to watch.
Well,
him.
that was the
Good,
funny
man.
thing too. Is like every one of those kids was free reign, dude. Like they weren't watching them at all.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part. Is we're all sitting there. They're literally just sitting in the shade, just
He's
whatever
probably-
on their phone.
He's probably got
Half of
hippie
them are in the
pants.
hot tub, and then
Yeah.
the other ones are just chilling in the pool. And then I'm like, is the oldest brother just taking care of all you
Right.
the whole time? Like,
Yeah. Freaking.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was really funny though.
It was, oh my gosh, it was funny for you. It wasn't funny for me.
Yeah,
looking
I was laughing.
The entire rest of the time that we were at Disney, I was looking over my shoulder for that kid because he was gonna like come out of nowhere and be like, you know. And then the last night when we come back to the hot tub, I was like, I bet you $10 that Sawyer's waiting in the hot tub with me with a little martini glass of apple juice and being like, I was wondering when you were gonna show up. You know? She's like, okay, this has gone too far. This has gone
Seriously
too
though.
far.
But no, a lot of highlights on that trip. It was fun. I recommend going to Disneyland and going to Star Wars Land. It's the business.
Be careful in the pool.
Be careful in the pool.
And
Make sure your shorts are tight.
the Star Wars rides were amazing. The Pixar ride was amazing. We just had a lot of fun. It was great.
It was fun.
I love going there and seeing these like little kids just like having the best time of their lives, and then like towards the end of the day, or maybe it's like their second day in the park, they are absolutely freaking exhausted and they're trying with all their might to stay awake, and they just can't. They're just like, Mickey, Tigger, you know, and they're just like, but like your cousin's son.
Oh my gosh!
It was like the main parade of the
This
whole
was
thing.
the
We were
first
waiting
night
for
we were
this
there.
parade.
And this kid, when he's just like asleep, he's asleep.
He's
He does not
asleep.
wake up.
And the headless horseman comes up,
But yeah,
And
parade just started.
big old horse, and this dude on it with the pumpkin and everything. Headless Horseman, Sleepy Hollows, Disney movie from back in the day.
Okay, no joke.
And,
you see Bucky right here. This is how close this horse came to his face.
Dude, the
to where
horse
Spaulding is.
horse came right up to us.
Okay.
Right up to us.
And he's asleep.
Your,
Okay.
your cousin Cash
So,
is like shaking this
His
kid.
son's just chilling there. He's out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So my cousin, he's like, buddy, look. And he's literally like shaking him like a rag doll.
Yeah.
And he's like,
He's just dead. The kid's dead. And
and then he's like, look, and he's like,
he like comes to for like 1 second, looks at the horse, and then
he's out.
he's just gone. And I swear, I was like, you know what? In like 20 years, he's gonna come up to his dad and be like, "Remember that time we were at Disney and I saw the horse?" I was like,
what?
You remember that? You were awake for like a 0.2
Yeah,
seconds.
my neck hurt after too.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I don't know why. Dude, he was out for the rest of the night. He didn't wake up once. But yeah,
He set him
it was
down
so
in the
funny.
hotel bed. He didn't wake up till like 7 o'clock.
I think the most one of the funniest times where that happened to me was it was the first time I was ever at Disney. We were waiting outside of the Guardians of the Galaxy, which used to be Tower of Terror, and this little girl in her princess dress, it was a belle dress, so it was yellow, and she's got like a wand in her hand, and she's got like some candy in the other hand. She's got to be like 3 or 4. She's just an adorable little girl. She's got her hair all done up, whatever. She's having the time of her life at Disney. She walks up to where the Guardians of the Galaxy is. It's like on the street or whatever, and there's a lot of people that wait out on the curb or whatever. And so her parents were sitting on that curb trying to figure out like the fast passes and everything to get on the ride. And she walks up and she looks one look at her parents, and she just lays down on the ground, face on her stomach, just face on the curb, on the concrete. It was like so gross, and she literally just passes. She's just like she's like hanging off, so she's got like one arm. She looks like a little drunk, you know. Toddlers are drunk.
They are drunk at Disney.
They're drunk. She's like, what do you want? Do you want another bottle? Okay. Oh, don't poop. No, don't poop. You know. Oh, do you need to throw up? Okay, there's a trash can over here. You know. And they're just like, okay, no, don't talk to them.
That's
we don't know them.
About 4 or 5 o'clock every time in those parks, every little kid is like,
they're just gone. They're gone. And it was so funny. And the mom was like, no, sweetie. She was like, Sarah, don't. You wake up. And she's like trying to get her up or whatever, because the woman's got like another kid too that's like, and so she's trying to pull on the back of this little girl's dress as she's like passed out on the thing, and she's just not moving. She's just like,
I'm done.
She's gone. She's got like her cheek all pushed up on the concrete. And I was like, that ground is so gross, but your immunities are probably out of control. So but yeah, it was way fun.
Yep, it was.
Good time. So today for like the main part,
we're talking about crazy roommates.
Crazy roommates.
Crazy roommates.
Have you ever had a crazy roommate?
Just you.
Just me. The way I said that, I'm gonna rewind that. Listen to that again. I was like, just me.
Just me.
Just me. There's like so much pain in my voice. Why did you say that?
Because legit, dude, we've been roommates for what, 4 years?
It's coming
up on 5.
If you count Mission, we were together 6 months.
So almost 5 years.
5 years.
5 years, yeah.
5 years.
And I'll tell you what, the thing about missions, you don't get to pick your roommates on those things. So you either like them or you don't. Yeah. And luckily for me, I had, for those of you who have served LDS missions, those of you who haven't, it's basically where we go out, and we've explained this before on previous episodes. What up, son? I can't even think of Russian. Pietro.
Victor. My name is Victor.
Can you even hear?
Huh?
That's the thing about those hats, dude. It warms your ears up. You can't hear anything. It's great.
I can kind of hear a little bit.
Why did you switch hats?
Because we're different topic, different hat. I think anyway, this could be like my look. I like it.
Go for it. I gotta find mine. Mine's somewhere, and I love my hat, and it's really warm.
This is made of fox furs from Afghanistan.
Yeah, it's sweet. Yeah, I gotta find my other one. I can't remember where it went. It's somewhere in a box. But anyway, back onto the topic at hand. So yeah, you don't get to pick who you're with. You're just assigned to them for however long. It could be 6 weeks. It could be, in our case, it was 6 months.
Yeah.
So like, I was very fortunate. I really didn't have a bad like companion on the mission. Like really. Yeah. I mean, there was a few I really didn't get along with quite well.
Me.
But then, but like you and maybe 2-3 other people were ones that I'm like weird. Like I considered brothers we were that close.
Yeah.
And so coming home, I was like, I like even going to college. I'm like, I don't care about living at college. I think it's a waste of money, time. So I'm just like, dude, I just go travel to where all my friends are staying at college, and I'll get that experience. But like, save a ton of money. And then you moved out here, and I'm like, you're the only other person besides maybe 2 people. I'm like, yeah, let's bunk up, let's be roommates, and like because like anybody else, I'm like, no, I'd probably kill them.
Yeah. There's been a couple times with me where you want to kill me.
Sure.
I found that letter under your bed.
You were in my room?
I found the knife. Oh, dude, we should have got my bayonet. Put my bayonet out here. That would have been sick.
Should we get your machete too and your mustard gas can?
Get our guns out here. We just hold guns the whole time.
Every episode, we just get one more firearm that's laying here.
Heck yeah. We just start talking about patriotic stuff.
We could, yeah.
America. So, but we asked our listeners.
We did. We got a couple replies, and I'm going to tell you right now, 99% of the replies that I received are all female.
They're all female.
They're all from females.
They're all from females.
All females.
I think 99% of the girls that follow you are female, aren't they? What's up? That's the key to being a good roommate is be a good wingman. Talk your boy.
That
up.
actually is an unwritten rule. It really is.
It's a rule. Otherwise, you end up hating each other. Putting cayenne pepper on your toothbrush.
Amongst other things, yes. I'd have to agree.
Yeah. I farted on your pillow, and that's why you got pink eye. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna read off the first one. Okay. I'm not gonna name drop. I'm just gonna read exactly what they said.
Can we ask though? How many of these would you say are not actually roommates? It's their spouse, which is kind of like a super roommate. Zero. Okay. You know what's hilarious?
None of them mention their husband or wife.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well, wow.
This is amazing.
We're not gonna get any domestics out of this.
No domestics. This is all like back in college type stuff.
Oh yeah, back in college.
So the first one, one of mine was allergic to peanuts, scared of needles. I used her EpiPen, and then she bit me.
I used her EpiPen. What? Okay.
She bit me.
So
what?
I remember this. They told me this. It was you. No? Okay. It was somebody. So
if you haven't told, we have somebody working our camera.
Yeah.
Our producer.
It was our producer. And so her roommate was scared of needles, obviously. But
what's up with everyone being scared of needles?
I don't know. I don't have a fear of needles.
What?
I pass out when I see blood. And people think I have
the
a thing
juice
with
box
needles.
hero.
Yeah, and I've used that like the needle excuse when people ask me, "Do you ever want a tattoo?" And I'm like, "No." They're like, "Why not? They're so cool." I'm afraid of needles. I don't know. Just like,
some
normal.
tats are cool, others are not.
Try and seem normal. Anyway, so she ate some peanuts, and her or she had something with peanuts in it, and she knew she was allergic, but she had like something that had touched peanuts or something.
So she used the EpiPen.
And so her roommate was like, "Crap, I need to give you the EpiPen." So she like goes and because she's afraid of needles, she hid the EpiPen. And so she had to like rip the whole house apart looking for this daggum EpiPen. And then finally when she finds it and she jams it in her leg or wherever, the roommate, "I hate needles!" Ow! And so it's like, but can you imagine that? She's like that scene in Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
It's just
and she's like
bloated.
She's like,
she bit me.
You freaking bit me.
Can you imagine though? Oh, knock her out on the ground.
She like bites me and I just punch her.
Did the EpiPen work? I don't know. I knocked her out. So
anyway.
All right, number 2. Do you have any on your phone or are they all on mine?
I think they're all on yours.
All on mine. Okay.
Maybe.
On to the next one. So one of these is like kind of like a multi one, so I gotta like read them together. But while at BYU, Idaho,
okay,
and I walked in on 2 of my roommates in the bed together, naked.
Oh.
Okay. Long story short, they both came out as lesbian 2 years later.
Huh. Why did it take them 2 years?
I don't know.
Huh. Well, maybe they need to graduate first.
Probably.
Yeah.
But also, that's like I don't know what to do with my hand situation. You just don't want to be here.
Yeah, it's like those weird games that pop up on your phone that I don't want to talk. I'm just gonna stop. Do you join or do you scream? I don't.
Some people wrote, "I have way too many to write out." They never gave me a specific one, so I'm like, "Oh, you gotta give me a specific one."
Knuckle draggers.
This one, I know she's had a couple good stories, but she didn't give me one. So I was like, "Crap." That's stupid. Why would you send me that?
Yeah, Rachel.
No, this one was
Hey.
This one was Marcus.
You kiss your mama with that finger?
I lived with this cop and his wife, and he was a huge loser. Dude, they hooked you up. Come on, man.
Oh my gosh.
And then he goes, haha, JK.
If anybody is wondering, we've had all those people that he just talked. The person
We have.
And the two people that he was talking about, we've had them on the podcast.
We have.
We had Norma Skok.
Norma Skok.
And we had
Officer Dan. I think that's
we had them all.
We had them all.
I'm laughing at the the synonym.
But he just did that to be funny. He loves them to death, and they're good people. But I was like, dude, give me a real story. I'm not gonna read that one because that really name drops.
Why didn't you have them any ready?
I did. They're all. I'm reading them.
I'm not gonna read that one. Oh dang! Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, we'd have a riot.
We would have a riot. The house would burn to the ground.
It's like half our listeners.
All right. Gosh. Okay. I hope this isn't a split one. Hang on. I had a roommate in college who was twice our age who would narrate her actions and sleepwalked.
Ooh.
That is creepy. That's like a horror movie. That's like the movie we watched last night.
Yeah.
That'd probably be one of the stories.
The narrating your actions thing could be kind of funny. It's just like it gets quiet.
Everything?
It gets quiet, and all of a sudden you hear in the next room.
And Nancy walked to the kitchen to get a knife to cut her apple.
No, I was just like, and Nancy is pooping now.
That one's pretty good. All right.
As Nancy walked through the kitchen, she farted. She hoped that her roommates wouldn't notice.
Okay, this one's good. Okay, I'm just reading it. Okay. I had a roommate who was pregnant who claimed she didn't really have sex.
It was Jesus.
She believes in the toilet seat thing, doesn't she?
No, she's like, it's the second coming of the Lord. I did not have sex.
I didn't do it. How? Like, oh, okay, so you're just magically pregnant? Okay, like what? I didn't really have sex.
I'm not pregnant. I'm bloated. I had Taco Bell for like 2 nights in a row. She's just like 9 months pregnant.
All right. Oh, is this... Okay, this one's a multiple one. This one's by some good friends of ours. Oops. Oh, go back.
Too late.
Okay, we're back. All right. I had a roommate who took raw steak into her room and came out with an empty plate a few hours later. We confronted her about it, and she was very defensive about it all. When I confronted her about it, she laughed really loud, paused, and said it was for a class. The heck?
Here's the crazy part.
Oh, that was so my bad. That was mixed in with the other one. Oh, I botched it.
Oh, wait. What
No.
Oh,
she got very defensive about eating a freaking raw steak in her room by herself.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Unless you're one of those like super rare steak tartare, which steak tartare is actually pretty good. But
you gotta make it right.
That is kind of like, who just goes and eats just a plain steak? Are you a raptor? Like, freak.
She's in there. Gnawing on the steak.
You walk in and she's just...
She's live streaming to a bunch of cows that are watching her do it. And they're like, no!
All right. Another roommate kept a rock chisel under her bed, and it looked like a weapon. When I confronted her about it, she laughed really loud, paused, and said it was for a class. Okay, murderer.
Okay, Ted Bundy.
Murder, she wrote.
Okay, Ted Bundy. I'm getting out of this house. Oh,
Tiffany Bundy.
So was Tiffany.
That was not Tiffany, actually. That was just the first name I thought
of. It's so funny because we've had Tiffany and her dad on here. Oh, goodness.
That was all I got from that, so...
That was it?
That was it. That's all that commented, but those ones definitely were really good.
Rachel has one.
I have a lot.
Do you want to share it with us? You can wear my hat.
Wow, I even get to wear your hat.
Speak loudly, producer.
It's for comfort. You have to come over here so that people can hear you.
Rachel's become our producer. She helps us with all our camera stuff. We appreciate her.
Wow, I even get a round of applause.
Round of applause.
Yay. Here you go.
Yay.
Here's the mic.
Okay, I've had a roommate who would scream cry. Like, she would never let us know that she was sad. I'm not kidding. And then you would just hear her. It's all girls. No, living with girls is the actual worst. She would scream cry. Like, her door would be shut. And if you were anywhere in the house, you could hear her crying. Because she wanted you to go check on her. But, like, she didn't want to be like, oh, I'm feeling sad. Not kidding, would like scream, cry so loud. And we comforted her once. And then the other times I was just like, no, you can be sad. I don't care.
Moving, deuces.
Yeah.
She's doing it again. All right, let's go.
Yeah. I had another roommate that had extreme OCD that like she had to have everything in the right place. And one time, because I'm a little mean, because we shared like an actual room,
right?
I would move
Damn.
stuff. I would move stuff just like slightly, and she would know. Like like a
She comes barreling
centimeter
out.
off.
Who moved the water bottle?
No, she literally was like, "Who touched my stuff? Who touched my stuff?" Like she knew exactly where.
That's
things went.
creepy.
Like she would brush her hair like a
OCD,
certain
man.
number of times. Like it would literally be like 10 times on this side, 10 times on this. Like her whole thing was OCD.
Wow.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. I had a roommate that told me that she was attracted to my body and that I needed to wear different kinds of clothes. I had to share that one.
I know that roommate.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
So now I wear baggy clothes all the time when I'm at home.
I love how it's the current one too.
Listen to this.
They don't.
Oh.
That's okay, man.
It's okay.
That's okay.
So those are probably mine.
Dude,
I'm
that's
sure I
funny.
have. Yeah.
You have a great body.
No, she said I'm attracted to your body type.
Oh,
You should wear
yeah.
this type of clothes so that you
That's a
accentuate.
very strange thing to hear.
Yeah, that's why I lock my doors at night.
Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you.
I'm attracted to your body type, Jake.
Shut up.
Yeah. There's a lot of guys out there that like sloppy bears.
So when did you change that hat?
Oh.
He's changed 3 times.
Well, I saw when he changed those two.
You're the producer. You're supposed to pay attention to this stuff.
You were looking down at your phone and
Yeah.
I changed hats.
He's had 3 hats on.
No,
Yeah.
I know. I saw him change into that one, and I saw him change into this one, but I didn't.
Gotta talk to HR about this.
We were talking about eating raw meat, and I put on the invisible hat. It's camo for those that can't see.
Oh, there
Thank you for joining. Those stories are great.
Thank you, everybody.
So, if you actually have other roommate stories that like you'd like to share, please DM us in our Instagram at Real Talk with Jake and Spaulding, and we will gladly read them on future episodes. This actually is the first one going on YouTube.
I have a bad
Go.
roommate story, and I don't know if I want to say it because it's bad. It's pretty bad.
When was this?
It's not my story, thank goodness. But my little brother,
Oh, boy.
Daniel, my little guy, he's had some pretty rough roommates before. He had one roommate that locked him out of the house because he didn't like him, and just locked him out for like an entire night in Rexburg, Idaho, and it was like during the winter. Like locked him out of the house. I was so pissed. I almost drove up there and beat the hell out of this guy. So,
Can you just imagine? Where'd Spaulding go? I'm in Rexburg. I'll be back tomorrow.
I'm in the Rexburg jail. I'll be back tomorrow. So, yeah. So, but he served an LDS mission here in Salt Lake, and when he was actually in our area.
Okay.
Where we live, I'm not gonna say because you don't want stalkers and crap. But when he was serving in our area, the guy that he was with was a little bit, how you say, weird. And one night, my little brother, okay, so we got to preface. In order to keep yourself safe, you have to sleep in the same room as your companion. Okay? It's for safety reasons. And it specifically says in the little handbook, not in the same bed. Okay, so it's not like that. It's just you guys same room, keep you safe or whatever. Because if you're alone, something could happen to you, and it's not good.
And the preface for this, there has been like a lot of people have been broken into, and that's one of the biggest reasons too.
When people follow missionaries home, weirdos, missionaries get kidnapped, crap like that. So there's always a reason for one of those rules. It's typically somebody did something stupid, and then they made the rule.
90% of the time.
Yeah. So one night, I don't want to tell this story. I want to tell it. One night, my little brother wakes up. And he hears very loudly his roommate, his companion, doing certain in the bed next to him. And he can hear it. It's like that scene in Due Date with Zach Galifianakis and Robert Downey Jr. when they're in the car and Zach Galifianakis just starts going at it, and then his dog starts doing it too, and he's like telling the dog to stop. Anyways, it's a funny movie. Anyway, but it was just like that. This kid's just doing it in the bed next to him. Here's the crazy part. That's not the crazy part. My little brother says that he looks over. The kid's looking at my brother as he's doing it.
Come on.
He's over there in the bed, just taking care of business, staring at my little brother as he's asleep. And my little brother was like, I am calling the mission president in the morning. And he got up and said, I'm going to the bathroom. He shut the door behind him as he got up and went. He did go to the bathroom, and then he slept the rest of the night on the couch. And the guy was like, hey, where'd you go last night? The next day.
I would have knocked him out. Straight up knocked him out.
Can you believe that?
Oh.
Wow. But yeah, that happened to my little brother. There's always like horror stories and stuff like that.
That is awful.
Crazy crap going on.
Yeah.
My other brother, David, one of his roommates on his mission snuck out of the house and went and had sex with a porn star and came back.
What is this, Europe?
It was California.
Close enough.
Yeah. And for those that don't know, for the uninitiated, you're not allowed to do that. So, but yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It only took him like 30 minutes. And it was a 26-minute drive. So. So, anyway, but yeah.
Awful. Awful.
So, yeah. That's a couple crazy roommate stories for you. Some weird stuff.
That's just gross.
Yeah.
That's just gross.
Yeah. I have seen other roommate stories where it was like this girl had a dude roommate and they were in like college or whatever, and it was like she comes downstairs one day and the dude roommate is eating cereal out of I don't think it was it was like a dog bowl. It was her dog's bowl. And
that's gross.
And
dude.
She's like, why are you using, Sparky's bowl? And he was like, there weren't anything clean. And she's like, that's not clean. The dog just licks it clean. And he's like, he just like shrugs and keeps eating his
Dude, my dog's bowls, I cleaned them, and they still were gross.
Yeah.
Like, what the heck?
He's eating food out of the dog bowl.
Ugh. That's disgusting.
So, yeah. Things like that. Aren't you glad? Dadgum you. You're so lucky. You got the best roommate.
Hands down.
Yeah. I used to say that on the mission, too. I'd be like, you got the best companion in the whole daggum mission.
Well, the funniest part is when back in that day, they used to bring all the missionaries together during transfer meetings, which is what they called it, where you'd switch up companions with other people and go to different areas sometimes. Well, him and I were the last ones called. So, like, I knew as, like, it was going down that, like, it was like, okay, I'm either going to be with this guy or I'm going to be with this guy, and happened to be Spaulding, and thank the Lord.
Yeah.
Because the other guy was weird.
Yeah. So.
As he's changing hats mid-sentence.
What? Why are you looking at me like that? Like you're disappointed.
All right. You got anything else you want to add? Or
Yeah, so we had a couple other things. So that was crazy roommates. We want more. We want more crazy roommate stories. I think that's fun. We also want to do another crazy first dates.
Yes.
Because I feel like
we haven't done enough of that yet.
We got to do the follow up.
Yeah,
We got to do
the
that.
second date update.
The second date update. And you know, I would love that so much. Oh boy. Because
So good.
you know what? We've been doing it for a year, and a lot of people have been on a lot of dates since.
We gotta
then,
get the follow-ups.
And, we gotta start making.
So
some
yeah, we're
calls.
gonna get a follow-up second date update episode going. We're gonna get more of those stories. Please submit your crazy roommate stories as well as those other ones.
Yep. We did have. So last episode we talked about people sending in highlights, things that they liked.
Yeah.
From the past year.
Past episodes, things like that.
Happy day, it's a year. And there was a lot of things that people liked. They really liked a lot of my dating stories. I didn't realize that I told some of those dating stories. Sometimes people will come up to me and be like, "Oh my gosh, you're the guy that went on the date and the girl was doing like she was the OnlyFans," and I'm like, I don't remember telling that story. Like, oh my gosh, oops.
That actually, from messages I got too, that one was a highlight. Was that episode?
People really like the story about the dude that died in the backseat of the car. Roger. And I think somebody says something. Did I tell the story about me jumping out of the girl's window?
That was honestly one of the first ones I got was Spaulding's trailer park story.
The trailer park. Just like you just hear like country music playing.
We got a lot of episodes that said they really liked Rachel's episode, and these are all biased because they're all related to her or her.
Yeah. Quit having your family.
Another episode was Tiff's dad from Colorado. We had
nice.
a lot of people like that one a lot.
We had people like that, and we had people like
shout out to
Tiffany's.
Rob, he's a stud.
Yeah, shout out to Rob. We like there's people who like Tiffany's.
Was that the marriage one?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
We also have had a request from people. They want an episode, and I know I've talked about this before. We're trying to line that up with a guest. Is one that talks about like after a relationship, how do you have hard conversations? What if you don't like their friends? What if you don't like? Yeah. How do you handle if you don't disagree with something? Things like that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna line that one up too, because I think that one would be super beneficial.
Yeah, I think that'll be beneficial too, because it's kind of like, I hate they're your friends and your friends hate me, but we're pretty good together. So like, what do I do?
What do you do exactly?
Yeah, you just make enemies with their friends.
That one's gonna be killer, and so we're gonna line up a guest for that one that we think is gonna fit that criteria that could give shed a lot of light on that. So
I would like to talk about, this is not serious by the way. I'd like to talk about
what is
like how easy it was to date in the 80s. Because like all you had to do was move into a new town and start crushing on the super popular girl, and then her boyfriend Chet, who's got like the blonde hair or whatever, and he's like a dirt bike champion or whatever, he's all like picking on you and making fun of you and stuff, and so you decide to join the dirt bike competition that's in that town specifically, and your uncle, who like broke his back dirt biking back when he was young and stuff and never fulfilled his dreams, is like, fine, I'll teach you how, and then you build a dirt bike together and he teaches you how during the music montage, and then you win the race and you beat Chet finally, and you get the girl in the end, and that was dating in the 80s.
Hi, my name's Chet, and you're watching Disney Channel.
Right?
That sounds like the next Disney Channel original movie.
I'm out of breath. You're the best around. Nothing's ever gonna bring you down. And he's like dirt biking.
No, anyways, but yeah, back in the day, you don't have technology.
Basically, that's the plot.
It was
of like,
you walked up and said, "Let's go on a date," or you called the landline.
I mean, what is that? That's the plot of like Karate Kid and the Breakfast Club.
All
like
of them.
10 other
Any
movies.
80s movie.
Like 10 other movies. It's great. Anyway, so yeah, those are highlights that people liked. There was another one that people liked. I can't remember. It was just another dating story. People liked them. Yeah.
People love the dating story ones.
Yeah.
So we'll start throwing in a lot more of those again.
Thankfully, I haven't had any bad dates.
Neither have I.
I did remember. I can share right now. It's very quick.
Oh, by the way,
date story.
Before we do this, we did fulfill our promise we made like 5 episodes ago that we were gonna ask a girl out or do something.
Yeah, we did.
We both have done that.
Yeah.
And they were good dates.
And
FYI.
yeah. And you know, we're like breaking hearts out here. Check it out. Check it out. I'm flexing. What's up? My girlfriend. Check out my girlfriend.
She's real.
She's a model in Canada. She just migrated. Check her out. She's real.
Did you catch the game last night, bro?
Catch game last night, bro.
Oh wait, there wasn't a game last night.
So, but the dating story that I was gonna tell. So, essentially, what happened? I was talking about this from friends, and it just came to my mind that this is like one of those things that it keeps me up at night because I'm so embarrassed by it. I was on a date with a girl, and I called her the wrong name. And I called her by a name from another girl that I had matched with on the same dating site. And I was as I was leaving, I was like, "Oh, bye, Sarah," you know, like give her a hug, and she's like, "My name's Brittany," and I was like, "Nuh-uh," because earlier in the date, I had forgotten her name, and I knew that I forgot her name, and so I pulled up the dating app, and I checked on her name. But here's the thing: I didn't look at her picture; I just looked at the conversation. Oops. And yeah, and so I decided to defend myself when she said my name's Brittany because I thought she was joking. I said, "Nuh-uh, look," and I pulled up the dating app as well.
It's a different girl.
She goes, "That's not my profile." And I was like, "What? No, oh, that's not you." She's like a different
shot down, dude.
She's like a different ethnicity. Like, I was like, "Oh shoot, how did I do that?" It's me, Jessica. Jessica. So I mean here. So yeah, that happened. I was
dude.
and in that moment I
My cheeks
realized.
hurt.
In that moment I realized I'm that guy. There's a girl on a podcast somewhere going, "There's this guy, his name was Joseph, and everybody called him Spaulding, and he got my name wrong." I hope that that podcast probably gets more views than this because they got big old boobies. Okay, so
the producers handshakes. I'm not even kidding.
Like
every
Tiffany.
time I look toward the camera, she's just shaking her head.
She's shaking her head. That's like when Tiffany goes,
"Okay."
like I'll make a
that
joke.
one is just.
I'll make a joke and our friend Tiffany goes, "Okay," and that's how I know I've like crossed the line just enough where it's like funny, but at the same time she's like uncomfortable. Okay, and then we had shirts.
Oh, that's right. We're going to make 1 year anniversary commemorative shirts. If you haven't seen our profile for our podcast, it's me and Spaulding in like those 70s like porn star jackets.
Why is everything porn star with you? Okay, I've never, well, how do I say this? I've never seen those jackets in porn.
What are you implying?
I've never watched it, but I don't think that they would.
I saw the preview.
I saw the previews. I saw the. It was a pop-up ad. I was on the church's website, and it popped up. It was a pop-up ad. I was reading my Bible, and Satan sent me an email, and it was from the deposed prince of Nigeria, and he said, "Click this link." Okay. So, but yeah.
Oh.
Forward to 5 of your friends, or you'll die.
Anyway, it's the picture everyone likes.
Why did you say porno?
You just opened up a whole can of worms after that, though.
No, you did. You opened the porn can.
Oh my gosh. My freaking cheeks hurt. Oh. Too good. No, we're going to make some shirts. We're going to put them up on the site for sale. Yep. If you want one, we can get it ordered for you. They're going to be good.
Yeah.
They're really going to be good. So
yeah. They'll be comfy. We'll make sure they're comfy ones. And they're good quality, so you're not going to hate it.
Again, thanks for following us. Thanks for listening. We appreciate it.
This
1
is
year anniversary.
1 year anniversary.
Episode 25 in the books.
Yep. Thank you so much. This has been the Jake and Beverly. Wait, what is it?
It's my podcast now.
The Jake and Beverly
podcast.
Ugh. So this has been the. Wait, what is it called? Real Talk.
Thank
with
you.
Jake and Spaulding.
Done.